How long is rabbit's pregnancy period? How many babies do female rabbits give birth to? And how many babies survive out of any amount of baby female rabbit do give birth to? This is what I'm going to be telling you guys in this particular video. All these things, you need to know them about female rabbits, so you don't get to ask much questions and make mistakes in your rabbit farm. So if this is your first time coming across our channel, here in this channel we do videos about livestock farming. So if you are someone interested in livestock farming videos, do well to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So basically, female rabbits have gestation period. When I was going into rabbit farming for the first time, we have a lot of things going through our mind. A lot of people do say rabbit pregnancy period is 1 month. Yes, rabbit pregnancy period is 1 month, but there are some things I'm going to be telling you guys in this video that you need to know. When they say rabbit pregnancy period is 1 month, it doesn't mean rabbit pregnancy period is exactly 1 month. Like, when once it is 1 month, the rabbit needs to put to bed immediately. Because I have a lot of people asking questions like, my pregnant rabbit is like, my rabbit is like 1 month pregnant, but she has not given birth. She took in on the 1st of January. This is 1st of February. I was expecting the babies today, but she has not given birth. No. When we say rabbit gestation period is 1 month, it's like the average, or I don't really know how to say it, but when they say 1 month, it doesn't mean like it is exactly 1 month. Some of the rabbits even give birth at 28 to 30 days. Yes, but there are some breed of rabbit that even carry their pregnancy till about 45 days, like the common tapeti rabbit. They carry their pregnancy till about 45 days. Here in my farm, I have gotten a rabbit here in my farm that I've held his pregnancy for about almost 40 days, and that rabbit ended up giving birth to about 10 babies. So most times, if your rabbits tend to get their pregnancy more than the expected time, it might be as a result of more kids, or it might be as a result of some other things that might happen to them in there that you might not be seeing. So as a result of more kids, in the sense that, you know, if they tend to carry a lot of babies inside them, these babies are always very tiny. Okay, let me talk about those ones that give birth to little amount of babies, like 4, 5, 6 babies. You notice that this one that give birth to about 4, 5 babies, their babies are always way bigger than the ones that give birth to about 8, 9, 7 babies and thereabout. So if they do carry like 10 babies in there, or 8 babies or 9 babies, they might tend to hold the pregnancy for more than 1 month, like maybe extra 5 days or extra 3 days. They might tend to, not like it always happens every time, but they might tend to hold the pregnancy more than the expected period of time, due to the amount of babies they are carrying in there. Because if they do give birth to these babies, most of them are very, very tiny, and they will not be able to struggle for breast milk. This is just how they are built. Yes, so they might tend to carry the babies in there if they are way more, so that the babies will grow inside them, like grow more bigger before they give birth to these babies, so that they will tend to survive. So this is how they are built. This is not like they tend to do it on their own or any other thing. Most times, even in humans, pregnancy period is not like 9 months. Once it is 9 months exactly, she has to give birth. No. So you need to know these things also when it comes to your rabbit. So when it comes to the amount of babies female rabbit do give birth to, it amounts to there are a lot of different things that comes in when talking about the amount of babies female rabbit give birth to. So there are a lot of breed of rabbits that give birth to different amounts of babies. When we talk about the local rabbit, they don't tend to give birth to a lot of babies. They tend to give birth to somewhere about 4, 5, 6, maybe the maximum of 7 babies thereabouts for the local breeds of rabbits. But for the hybrids, like if you are keeping the hybrids, you might be seeing from 7, let me just say from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and even way to 12. I've gotten a rabbit farmer that I've recorded 14 babies in his farm, but the highest I have gotten in my farm here is 11 babies. So imagine one female rabbit giving birth to 11 babies. Yes, but if you are keeping the local ones, you might not be having this lot amount of babies, like this large amount. They might not be giving birth to plenty, because big size rabbits give birth to more litter, like more babies, and small size rabbits give birth to small litter, like small babies. Yes, so when you are keeping your rabbit breeds and you don't get them to give birth to plenty, don't be thinking it is maybe your male. Don't be thinking it is maybe from any other thing, maybe your food or anything. You might be seeing other people rabbits give birth to high number, and you might be saying, why is yours not giving birth? Okay, most times it might be as a result of your male not being hyperactive, like too active, and most times it might be as a result of your female rabbit not being really prolific. Yes, when talking about the female rabbit not being really prolific, is maybe the mother of the female rabbit was not giving birth to high litter, so she might not also be giving birth to high litter. So that is why I told you guys, before you buy any female rabbit, make sure you know how many babies the female rabbit mother used to give birth to, so that when you get the female rabbit in your farm, it will be giving birth to similar amount of babies, because this thing is like in their gene. If you have a female rabbit that give birth to like 10 babies, you get a baby from that female rabbit. The baby has a very high possibility of giving birth to 10 babies too, so it is in their gene. But if you have a female rabbit that give birth to about 4 or 5 babies, you don't expect her babies to be giving birth to much. Yes, just as humans and in twins, whereby if you have a woman who give birth to twins, like 2 girls, they have a very high tendency that one of them are also going to have twins. So that is just how it is. So as in women and twins, that is how it is in rabbit and high litter. So if your rabbit is not giving birth to high litter, then you need to check yourself well. When you were getting the rabbit, did you really get from a source that was giving birth to high litter? Did you really get from a source that was giving birth to low litter, and all of those kind of things? This is what you need to check before even buying a rabbit. But when talking about the male and not being active, it also runs down to the father of the male. Was the father of the male really active? And also, do you give the male the necessary things he needs to be active? Because, and also, do you do some things that you don't need to do to a male that can actually reduce the way the male can be active in the farm? Like always using your male every time in the farm, you can reduce the amount of activeness. Like it might reduce the male strength in your farm. And also, like using younger male to breed older female. The female rabbit is way older than it, so like it might chance it in the cage, and the male might be scared, and all of those kind of things. And once the male rabbit is scared, it reduces the way it becomes active on others, because it does not really have that courage of breeding. That is how they are. It does not really have that courage of going to the female rabbit and just try to breed straight up. Yes, I don't know if you guys understand me. So as the females, the gene, the male also the gene too. When you want to pick a male rabbit in your farm, make sure you check for other active males around, maybe the farm you are buying, or if you are buying from someone else, and make sure you ask them some few reasonable questions, like the father of this particular male you are giving to me, is it active? So that you know that the male you are getting to your farm is very active. Okay, a lot of people used to have problems with their male rabbits being active, and that is what I want to talk about. Okay, there are some things you can give to your male rabbit that can make them come on active, like give them bitter leaf regularly, give them like the ginger garlic solution, and all of those kind of things. It can bring your male rabbit back to its feet, although not as the one that has the gene of being very active. Some of them are very hyperactive. When you just put in a female inside their cage, they tend to attack the female and breed immediately. Yes. So when it comes to how many rabbits used to survive out of the number of babies female rabbits give birth to, it runs down to you, the farmer. How well can you take care of your rabbit babies? Okay, when talking about taking care of your rabbit babies, how well can you take care of it? Taking care of rabbit babies is a very delicate and, will I say, fragile part of rabbit farming, whereby a lot of rabbit farmers get it wrong when it comes to taking care of rabbit babies. That is where a lot of rabbit farmers do get problems as a whole, because you hear farmers saying stuff like, my rabbit gave birth to 7 babies, I have lost 5, and she's jumping into the cage anyhow, and she's not eating, and the babies are just dying. Those are the kind of complaints you hear most times. But you, the farmer, what have you done to like stop these deaths? You just keep watching it, asking questions, do your researches. There are a lot of knowledge is online. I did a video on why rabbit babies do die, and I'm going to be sharing one secret in this particular video also, why rabbit babies do die. So when it comes to rabbits losing their babies, like amount of babies they lose, Okay, for me, what I have experienced is that rabbit that give birth to higher number of babies tend to lose some, like even tend to lose more than those who give birth to less number. A lot of rabbit farmers do look for higher number, like they want their rabbit to give birth to plenty babies. Giving birth to plenty babies has an advantage and it also has its disadvantage. So if you are a new rabbit farmer, I would advise you not to like pray for your rabbit to give birth to plenty babies. Pray for it to give birth to less number, because what I have observed is that those rabbits that tend to give birth to less number, they take care of their kids very very well. Yes, they take care of their kids very very well, because their kids are like very small. So let's just say like 4 babies, 5 babies or thereabout. You notice they breastfeed them, all of them are growing in the same pace, none of them is going to die and all those kind of things, because they are like small. A rabbit has like 8 to 10 nipples depending on the breed. 8 to 10 nipples. So imagine she give birth to 5 babies, each of them might be even having like 2 to each, so there's no like much struggle for breast milk and all of those kind of things. And as you guys know, breast milk is like what sustains them, because they have not started eating, they have not started drinking water. So breast milk is like what sustains this baby rabbit. So some of the few things you need to know is that if your female rabbit give birth to a high number, like 10 babies, 9 babies, okay, let's just say each of them are going to be having 1 nipple each. To locate these nipples for them might be really really hard. Not all the rabbit might have the strength to like struggle for the nipples and all of those kind of things. And you know what the female rabbit do? When once it is time that she wants to breastfeed her babies, all she does is jump inside the rabbit cage and just stands and open up for them to like come and suck. She does not like go and pick this one, pick this one, pick this one for them to come and suck the breast milk. So when it comes to them breastfeeding their babies, she just runs into the nesting box, then she stands. So anyone which cannot struggle for the breast milk, like it's just like survival of the fittest, you might end up dying. So that is what makes most rabbit babies die. But you the farmer, there are some things you need to do in case your rabbit give birth to a high number, so that you will tend to get high rates of survival. Your mortality rate will not be really really high. That way you will not lose a lot of rabbits. So when your rabbits give birth to a high number of babies, I want to be telling you guys something to do. If the female rabbit is breastfeeding her babies, as you guys know, some female rabbit do not breastfeed their babies. If the female rabbit is breastfeeding her babies, then that is like one green light for you. So you have like one green light there. So all you need to do is that in the morning when you come to the cage or in the nesting box, check for those babies that have like stomach that are not really really full, because most times they are like the little, like the smallest ones. Because definitely when she gives birth, not all of them will be the same sizes, especially if they are like 10, 9, those high liter. Not all of them will be the same sizes. Some of them will be way smaller than the others. So all you need to do is those ones that are smaller, that might not be able to suck their breast milk, most times those small ones are the ones that do not suck the breast milk well. So what you need to do is check their stomach. If you notice they have not sucked the breast milk very well, take them, hold them for the female, let them suck very very well for like 5 minutes, then put them inside the nesting box, even if they are like 2 or 3, because definitely there are some that are really really very fast eaters that will suck the breast milk and be very very full. So you don't need to do it for all. As far as the female rabbit is entering the nesting box, a lot of them will be very very active to suck. But those ones that are not active to suck, make sure you take them to the female rabbit and hold them for the female rabbit for them to suck their breast milk. If you do that for like 5 days to 1 week, you will notice that those ones will start picking up and start sucking. So you might not really need to do that for a very long period of time. This is going to reduce your mortality rate very very well and increase your chances of having plenty babies surviving from that high liter. My rabbit has given birth to 11 babies before, and out of those 11 babies I was able to get like 10 out of it. I've even had someone who his rabbit gave birth to 14 babies and he got like 12 out of it. So it depends on how good you are with managing your rabbits. Most rabbit farmers are, maybe you might be busy, or most of them might even be lazy, or most of them don't even like touching those babies when they are really small. If you're a rabbit farmer, you don't need to be scared of those babies. But if you are busy, then just pray your rabbit always breastfeeds, so you don't need to force feed, because you are supposed to like give out some time to your rabbit farm. Like for me, I give her maybe 1 hour to check my rabbits each individually. Then I feed them in the morning. Then I give them water. Then I check anyone that have given birth, anyone that is about to give birth, I put in the nesting box so that my rabbit don't get to give birth in the wire mesh, because that is a very wrong one. So you need to do all these things. Like, before you prepare to be a rabbit farmer, prepare to see all these kind of things. This is what you are going to be seeing in your rabbit farm. So I hope I've been able to explain some few things to you guys in this particular video. I hope you learned something. Please do also like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also turn on the notification bell so that anytime we post any other interesting video on rabbit farming, you'll get notified. And also we do videos about other livestock farming. So if you are also a poultry farmer, do well to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that when we post another video, you'll get notified by YouTube. Thanks for watching. Do have a nice day, and peace.